Hi there, I'm Lisa. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. Today we are going to be doing a positivity creative journaling workshop. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? I'm just really excited to share this with you. I have a business, Lollipop Box Club, and it's a creative craft monthly box club. And when everything that's happening right now started up, I really wanted to gift all my lovely subscribers and anyone that follows me on social media a special workshop, something to keep you busy, to get you crafting, but also to really focus on the positivity. It's really hard at the moment. There's so much going on, so much in the news that we're hearing, but it's so important to really focus on the positive right now. And that's what this class is all about. We're going to be making a little mini book today. You can make it for yourself or you can gift it to somebody. There'll be more details and ideas throughout the class, but it's just something to really focus on and really think hard about what is positive in our lives right now. So I really hope that you enjoy this little workshop, this class today. You can also find me over on Instagram. I am Lollipop Box Club, which is all my creative kind of thing like this. And I've also got a personal account, which is the Funky Fairy. That's more my home life, my cooking, my baking, my home, my Disney life, my family life, all that kind of thing. You can also find me over on Facebook. I have two community groups. I have one, again, Lollipop Box Club for the creative side of things, and I have Life with Lisa, which is where we share all our cooking ideas, home ideas, and love for Disney as well. Both of those groups are free to join, so I will leave all the links below for you. Really hope you enjoy this workshop. Right, so I'm going to get on and make this little mini book of happiness. I've got papers from the kit. In case you haven't seen the kit, this is the kit I'm working from. It's Hello Spring. It's really cheerful, which is what we need right now. And it's full of papers, stickers, you have notebooks, loads of embellishments, loads and loads of bits and pieces and stationery. There's a big wad of papers there at the bottom as well. I'll link up the kit unboxing below, just in case you want to have a look what's in there. And I will do an offer for this kit. If you haven't bought a kit, I've got a few more left, and I will link up the kit below with an offer for you. And you can get the kit at just £12, this kit here. And that includes free delivery within the UK. And all you need to do is use the code. The code is HELLO20, and that will get you the price at £12 instead of £18. Now, this is going to be super easy for you to make. I've taken 3 papers from the kit, and I am going to fold them in half so that I've got my little book. I don't want it that size. I want it to make it quite diddy, so I'm going to trim it down to give me a slightly smaller book. And always keep the trimmed off pieces of paper, because you can always reuse them. So I've got my book here. I'm not doing many pages. It's only a small project. There we go. And I will be attaching the pages together with my twine here, but not quite yet. I'm going to work on the pages first. If you don't have photos, that's absolutely fine. I've decided to print mine on paper. This is just printer paper, and as you can see, I printed them off myself, and they've printed off really well. And like I said before, I really want to focus on just the everyday stuff that makes me happy. I cleaned my studio this week, and that makes me really happy. I do have a declutter video coming on Thursday. I walked past a neighbour's garden, and they had the most beautiful, they're hyacinths, aren't they? I just had to think then. They smell so nice. So I stopped and took a photo. Our coffee every morning, it makes me so happy when I remember every morning when I wake up, oh, it's coffee time. Always makes my day. And then I've also got something to look forward to as well. But I don't have a photo for everything. So if you don't have photos, that's fine. We are going to be improvising. I'm taking the squared paper from the kit, and I'm going to cut out some of these squares to use the little frames. I'm going to cut around the outside with scissors, and the inside I'm going to use my craft knife. Some of them though I will be leaving whole. I'm not going to cut the center because some of them I want to write on, so I will leave those empty. With regards to documenting positive things, sometimes it's not even just having the little book to look at afterwards, to look at the positive things in your life. The actual process itself can almost be quite a healing process. Even just having a think, right, what are the little everyday things that make me happy? And it's when you think of those things, they're instant mood lifters. And then going through photos and actually thinking, right, what have I taken a photo of recently that just gives me joy when I look at it? So it's that whole making process as well, which is something that can be really joyful, not just about picking it up and looking at afterwards when you've made it. And also then sometimes if something does make you happy, take a quick photo, like me stopping to take a photo of somebody's flowers down the road when we were on a dog walk. Could be you see a butterfly. I remember one of my favourite ever photos that I took was actually of a rainbow, and again it was something sad but then made me happy. It was, I think Holly must have been about 8, and it was her 8th birthday, and my stepdad had just passed about 6 months beforehand, and she looked out the window on her birthday and there was this, and it was July, so it wasn't like it was normal rainbow season like springtime. There was this massive rainbow outside, and she looked at it and said that it was her birthday gift from Grampy Charlie, and I just thought that was so lovely. And I did then go and take a photo, and that was her birthday gift from her Grampy Charlie. And so sometimes take a photo of something that just makes you smile, because now I always think of that rainbow. I'm so glad that I got a photo of that special rainbow for Holly. Right, I'm taking my craft knife now, and I'm just going to go around the outside. Let's go around these flowers, and then I can use these frames as well. So I've got all my frames cut out that I would like to be cut out. I'm not going to do the front cover at the moment. I quite often like to leave that until last, but I am going to start focusing on these inside pages. Remember the strips that we cut? I have got the one here, and I'm going to stick that on the inside of my first page. Fold it to make it nice and tidy, and I am going to start with my first photo. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm going to have wording on the inside cover, so I'm going to stick in one of my boxes there. When I make a book like this, I don't tend to finish one page at a time. I tend to just create as I'm going through and then add bits and pieces. I think the yellow will go really nicely on the pink, and I want to leave the little leaves there. I want to be able to see them still, so I'm going to stick this in. Which photo shall we go with first? I think I am going to do my Disneyland mug. There we go. And now over to the next page, and again I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to pop the pink paper in the center there. Something that I always say when I'm crafting is do not worry if things are crooked, if they're not perfect. Making this kind of thing, being creative, it's not about being perfect. It really isn't. So don't ever worry about that kind of thing. Just enjoy what you're doing. Let's have the green on the back of this one here. The most important thing is that you're enjoying the creative process as well as enjoying what you've actually made afterwards. It's no big deal if it's slightly crooked. Let's fold that over. And quite often when you're making a mistake, they can be happy mistakes, and they end up being something, they turn into something else that you're actually really, really pleased with. So never panic too much. And something I also say is that remember, it's paper. At the end of the day, it can be drawn over, it can be stuck over. If you make a mistake, don't think of it as a mistake. Just deal with it, get over it, create something else. Just start to think, right, how can I work around this? What can I do to resolve it or improve it? use a sticker and stick over it as well. There's so many different ways that you can change something if you're not quite happy, but don't think of it as a mistake. Right, let's go on to our next pages. I've also got the embellishment postcard. Actually, this will be really handy, so I'm going to cut this out as well, and I think I'm going to cut some of the smaller squares. I think they will work really well. I really like working with contrasting colours, so I'm going to use the photo next of the lovely spring flowers that I saw in someone's garden, and I'm going to pop the yellow frame over the top. I like the fact that the frames are different sizes to the photos. I personally think that works really, really well, and I like playing and like sticking them over at an angle. I think it looks really fun. So like here, let's see, let's capture it like that. And then on the other side, we're going to have the Hello Spring in that lovely yellow, and that matches really, really well. You've got some lovely contrast, but the yellows work well together then as well. It just pulls the whole page together. So we'll pop that on there. And then we've also got plenty of space for journaling afterwards as well. The journaling, I think, is very, very important in this kind of project. So make sure you leave plenty of space. I'd like to use the Spring Memories card from the kit as well here, but it's slightly too long. I am going to cut it down, but I'm also going to make a bit of a hinge so that I can move the paper, the card, and I think actually it will be really good to do some hidden journaling on the back. I've trimmed it down, and then I've also used a little border punch to make it quite pretty. Sometimes with journaling you don't always want it to be there for everyone to read. It can feel quite personal, so I think that's quite a nice way to do it. I'm going to use some paper from the kit. I'm actually going to use some of the stickers here. I think these will work really well, and I want it to be able to open out, so I'm using the stickers to hold it in place. Just a few of them, and then fingers crossed this idea will work. Right, are we ready? And then that can be folded down. Perfect. I'm really happy with how that's turned out, so then I'll come back to that for my journaling afterwards. You do get this little book of stickers in the kit as well as 154 pieces, and you've got loads and loads, as you can see. And then I'm just going to place a couple of frames on here for a little bit more journaling. I might actually journal things that I really love about the spring. It is a really happy time of year, isn't it? I always think of it like as a promise to summer, a promise that summer's coming, with the days getting longer, getting warmer, and then obviously all the flowers and the leaves starting to appear. It's quite exciting. I think we need a few more on here actually. I think that will be really fun. So whilst you're watching this video, please leave me a comment and tell me what you love most about this time of year. What makes you happy about the spring? For me, it's definitely the longer days. I love, not necessarily even the sunshine. I don't like it becoming dark really early in the day. I like the longer evenings, going for walks, and just relaxing, and just I hate it when it turns dark at 4 o'clock. So it's definitely the longer, lighter days for me. Right, which photo shall we do next? Let's do my studio photo next. I had a really good tidy and declutter in my work studio this week, and it really, really lifts my mood. Are you the same about having a declutter? Does it really make you happy? I just love it, just that feeling of being organised. We've done the larder this weekend as well. That will also be a video coming up. Again, they're just jobs that I've been meaning to do. The larder I've been wanting to do for months, and I'm so happy with it. It just feels really good, and I've managed to donate quite a lot this week as well, which is also a good feeling. Right, let's have this one on here, and I'm going to cut a couple more frames. These frames are so handy, even if you just want to stick a sticker or an embellishment. But what I want to do is really try and think about all the positive things happening and just fill this book with positivity and happy thoughts. Would also make a lovely gift actually. Can you imagine giving this to a friend, especially if it's somebody that you can't see at the moment? Maybe do it for a best friend, or for your mum or for your grandma, somebody like that, and you could just fill it with all the things that you love about them. Really sort of have a think, and just things that make your friend or your sister or your mum happy. I think it would be such a lovely book to gift, and I think anything handmade is really, really special, especially right now. I think everyone just really, really needs to feel loved and thought about at the moment, so it could be something that you make and send in the post. I'm ending up with my final happy thought, the thing that keeps me going, our trips to Disney. I think at the moment it's really important to focus on the good that will be happening. This isn't going to be going on forever, what's going on right now. In the whole scheme of things, it's short term. The one thing I say to my kids at the moment is to just focus on one day at a time. Don't think of, will this be happening in 6 months? Think one day at a time, but at the same time also think that this isn't going to be going on forever, and think of things to look forward to. I think it's really, really important. Maybe plan a celebration for when this is all over. Plan a family celebration, all your family getting together. What will you eat? Where will you go? I think that's the way to deal with this at the moment. Happy thoughts. Right, for the very front page, I'm going to take off the top piece here of my notebook. I think that will look really, really pretty. And I'm going to trim it down slightly. I just want the bit where it says notes. And then I'm going to stick it on the back of the pink paper from the kit. That's going to go on like that. And then to stick it onto the paper, just adding a little bit of sticky tape. Sticking that in place, and then I'm going to go around the outside, just allowing a little bit of a border just to help it really stand out on my page. You can do this with any colour though. And from the kit we've got the little strip, "This made me smile," and I'm going to pop that on there. By the way, I get loads of questions about how I print my photos off myself. I do have a video where I've spoken about it before in a studio vlog, and I show you how I print them myself, and also how to create the borders as well, not necessarily just by printing, but if you have photos already and you want to add a white border, I'll link it up below so you can have a look. There's plenty of other stickers in the kit as well, so I'm going to go through the book and add some stickers now. To hold my book together, I've used a hole punch to punch out 2 holes, and I've threaded the twine and tied that really tightly in a bow, and that holds my book really nicely together. There, and I've just trimmed that off. I might need to make it slightly tighter actually. I think I'm now going to go around and add my journaling. So I've been going around with my black pen. I like to use these Uniball black pens, but you can use any black pen, and I've added a little bit of journaling. And I've gone around the outside, as you will see, like this. And I've really kind of focused on the small things that make me happy, like my fluffy lattes in the morning, and even like just choosing the mug I have. That makes me really happy each day, seeing what mood I'm in. And then I've really focused on spring, what makes me happy about spring this time of year. Like I said, I love the lighter days, the longer days, warm walks. I've mentioned the flowers recently that I saw and how lovely they smelt. And then here again, I've just documented things that I really love, like baking cakes and gifting cakes and cookies to friends as well. I really enjoy sending things or leaving things for friends. I've been delivering things on doorsteps this week, which is really fun. Monday, 9 p.m, new episodes of The Walking Dead. I get excited. Right from Saturday, I start to get excited because I know the show's coming really soon. When we complete a DIY project in the house, that makes me really happy, seeing things growing in the garden. And also, like now, we're starting to plan what we're going to be growing this year, so that's exciting. We've got a lot of common land near us. I love it, especially on a sunny day when we go for walks. when a stranger smells and says hello, isn't that a nice feeling? I like to try and do that to people because I know it makes me feel really nice. Fresh, clean bed sheets. Aid's job is doing the bed, and I love it on a Sunday evening when we get in and it's really lovely, fresh and clean. When he brings me home a bunch of daffodils, I love that too. What else have we got? The decluttering and tidying. Isn't that a great feeling? We've done my studio, like I said, or I've done my studio last week, and it just makes me feel so good. And also when I purge and donate my craft supplies, I love being able to gift to people. It's such a lovely feeling. And the other thing, I find that when my studio and the house as well is lovely, clean and tidy, it makes me feel so much better in myself. And when my studio's that way, it really boosts my creativity. And then thinking of Florida, thinking back over our amazing holidays, and then also thinking about the future, possible trips that are coming up, that makes me happy as well. And that's the back of my book. I'm just going to finish off by going through and adding a few little cutesy things. I've got these little felt flowers from the kit and some little buttons as well. So I'm just going to go through, add those, and then I'm done. And my book is now finished. I didn't add the buttons in the end. They felt a little bit chunky. I preferred the flatter felt ones, but I think this looks really pretty. I was going to originally go around in paint, but to be honest, I quite like that it has a bit of a cleaner look, and I'm going to keep it just like this. And like I said, it's not just about reading it afterwards. It's also the process of making it and actually thinking, really focusing on all the happy things that you do have going on right now. I think that's really, really important. And to think about what's coming in the future, to think about next year's plans or something like that. Not necessarily the next couple of months, of course, but maybe further afield next year. Really try and focus on happy thoughts. I really hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this. I really hope as well that it's helping you to really think about happy thoughts and all the positive things that you have got going in your life right now. Like I said, you don't even need photos. You can just journal. Think about things that really, really make you happy. Your favorite cake. You could even include a recipe. Think about just general crafting. Think about anything that you really enjoy, your favorite book, your favorite movie. Write a list of your favorite books or movies, your list of your favorite people, anything like that, anything that makes you happy, that gives you joy, pop it in your book. And like I said, it would make a lovely gift for somebody as well. I would really love to see your books when you've made them. Please do link me up. Add hashtag Lollipop Box Club to any photos that you share on Instagram. I would love to see, or come on over to the group and join the group and show us there. I'm sure there'll be lots of people showing their little positivity books in there as well. Please do like this video if you've enjoyed it, and please do subscribe to my channel if you are new. There's always lots of creative inspiration that I share on this channel. Thank you very much. Please leave me a comment below if you're new. Say hello. You take care. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.